Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this episode we'll talk a bit about media and the audiovisual industry, who are the biggest players, and first we should start by talking about the types of creative industries. So I'm sharing here a figure I found in a book I read, and this is a figure about the type of creative industries. So what type of cultural goods do we know? For example, heritage, like festivals, visual arts like paintings, design like fashion or jewelry, publishing like books, journals, newspapers, periodicals, new media like digitalized content, software, video games, audiovisual. So the type of cultural goods that we talk about today will be audiovisual, like film, the creative services like architecture, advertising, and the performing arts like theater or music. Okay, so we move to trade in all goods and services. Why is this important? Audiovisual trade on trade in all goods. So we see here clearly that the US has the most audiovisual export and import as percentage of GDP in the world, around 20%. Then comes Germany, around 10%. Also Canada, France, Great Britain is between 10 and 5, and then a bunch of other countries. And then on the right hand side we see another outlier. This is China. China has the most trade in all goods and services in the world, but only around the level of Bolivia or Finland or Belgium or Russia in terms of audiovisual trade. Now, the growing predominance of American audiovisual trade. So we can see clearly from this graph or figure that the US has the most audiovisual trade, and this was a fact even in 1990 when this data started to be collected, right? By 2004, the gap between the audiovisual trade of USA and the rest of the Western civilization like UK, Germany, France, Canada has only grown bigger and bigger. So let's pause here and reflect a bit. So the USA is the biggest trader in audiovisual production, like film, music, without music, like film, production of film and so on. So, and we know that a big part of the USA audiovisual trade is in collaboration or is approved by the Pentagon. The Pentagon has a special department that produces film, Hollywood film, for the rest of us to consume. This is very scary. So we most probably are dominated by a US, which is dominated by the army and the Pentagon. How is the US domination happening? Through audiovisual Hollywoodian movies. And this was less obvious in 1990, but by 2004 and by now, by 2021, I guess this is not only obvious, it's not a secret anymore. We have learned about this special Pentagon department of producing Hollywood movies recently. We know this budget is huge. We know how they approve the display on the screen of various types of weapons, helicopters, rockets, and so on and so on. So I don't know how much is the public aware of this, but this is not a secret. So I would say, just to conclude this figure, that the USA, through its audiovisual trade, is dominating the media consumption in the West. This has grown tremendously in the past 25-35 years, and this is obviously something to reflect on. In terms of exporters of publications, USA 17%, UK 15%, Germany 13%, rest of the world 44%. A bit different, but still on the same scale for the imports. For the importers of publication, we see Germany gone from the top 5. So Germany is exporting more than importing. China definitely is exporting more than importing. The rest of the world is definitely importing more than exporting. In terms of the global gap in access to internet, this is interesting. Internet is a part of cultural goods right now, and we see that this is dominated by the high income countries, and this has grown exponentially in the 1990s and 2000s. Last but not least, the indicators of information gaps between rich and poor has only grown between 1997 and 2007. In terms of the internet users, the gap between high-income societies and low-income societies grew from 9 to 52%. In terms of percentage of all telephone, including cellular subscribers, the gap grew between 34% in 1975 and 121 percentage points in 2007. In number of television sets per 100 people, the gap has grown between 30 percentage points in 75 and 53 percentage points in 2003. The number of radios has grown between 75 and 99 from 58 percentage points to 64 percentage points. The only section of information where the gap has been reduced between high income and low income societies are in newspaper circulation, and that is because the high income societies have recently reduced the number of newspapers that are in circulation because people read less and they spend more time online. So that's it. Thank you for your time. Please don't forget to subscribe and to like and comment. See you next time. Bye bye.